Hello everyone. Today we are going to perform an experiment called transfer function of a DC motor. So basically a transfer function is defined as the Laplace transform of the output to the Laplace transform of the input with zero initial condition. So in this experiment we are going to determine the transfer function of a DC motor as follows. So basically the DC motor operating in two modes. First mode is armature control and second mode is field control. First of all we are considering armature control DC motor. So the transfer function of a armature control DC motor is given as Kt upon S into Ra plus S into Ra La into S into Jm plus Fm plus Kt Kb. So here it is the nomenclature given as Ra is armature resistance, La is armature inductance, Ia is the armature current, Eb is the back EMF, T is the torque developed by the motor, J is the moment of inertia, which is numerically given as 0.024 kilogram meter square. B is treated as the frictional coefficient, that is 0.8. Kb is the back EMF of the constant and Kt is the torque constant. By applying Kirchhoff law in the loop of the DC motor, so Ra Ia plus La into dIa by dt plus Eb is equal to Va. So it is written from the diagram. So since a flux is constant, the torque is proportional to the Ia. So motor torque is proportional to the armature current, as well as it is written as Tm is equal to Kt into Ia. So also for the mechanical system, so J into d theta m square by dt square plus B into d theta m upon dt is equal to Tm. So we know that a back EMF is proportional to the angular velocity of the shaft. So with the help of this equation we can write as Eb back EMF is equal to Kb into d theta m upon dt. So these are the dynamic equation, these are the Laplace equation. So I am writing again, Tm is equal to Kt into Ia, back EMF is equal to Kb into omega m, Va minus Eb is equal to Ra Ia plus La into dA upon dia into upon dt. So torque equation Tm is equal to Jm into d square theta m upon dt square plus Fm into d theta m upon dt. So corresponding Laplace equations are written as like this. So with the help of this equation, by solving a Laplace equation, we will obtain the transfer function, that is, here it is rotational, that is the theta m theta s upon Vs. Vs is the input, this is the theta s is the output. So according to the transfer function definition, the Laplace transform of the output to the Laplace transform of the input at zero initial condition. So we can derive as like this, Kt upon S into Ra plus S into La into S into Jm plus Fm plus Kt Kb. So this is the final transfer function for the DC motor. So in order to develop this transfer function, we need to determine Ra, La as well as the constant Kt and Kb. So these constant parameters are determined as follows as like this. First of all, we required a trainer kit of a controller for DC motor or a DC generator of the rating 0.5 horsepower upon 220 volts. So this is the module where we need to perform the experiment to determine the transfer function of a DC motor. So in which it is the armature knobs, that is with the help of this knob we can vary the armature voltage. With the help of this knob we can vary the field voltage. Okay, these are the knobs given related to the armature side. These knobs are given to the field. So in order to measure the voltage, here it is given a voltmeter to measure the ammeter current with the help of ammeter. So if we require AC values, we can change this knob upward. If we require to measure the DC values, this knob downward. So this MCB control the entire supply of this module. In DC module, in front panel, so there is a MCB, a 2-pole or a 6 ampere. So to turn on and turn off the AC supply. So in armature control, armature side, the VA is the potentiometer to vary the armature voltage in the range of 0 to 220 volts. Similar value 0 to 220 volts variable DC supply for the armature with the help of a single phase off bridge rectifier with neon lamp indicator. 0 to 230 volts at AC. It is also variable type AC. To find the inductance of the field coil with neon lamp. The field side also given like the VF is a potentiometer to vary the field voltage 100 to 200 volts. 100 to 200 volts DC, that is a variable DC supply from the 100 to 200 volts approximately with a neon lamp. So this lamp indicates the supply is on or off condition. So digital voltmeter, digital ammeter preferably used to measure the voltmeter as well voltmeter reading in terms of volt and current respectively. So here we are using a 3.5 digital voltmeter display. First of all, so we are going to determine the transfer function of the armature control DC motor. So in this setup, we are having a DC motor of the rating 0.5 horsepower upon 180 volts, and it is a speed in the rating of 1500 RPM with mechanical load arrangement. The control unit is suitable for the above motor to vary the armature voltage and the field voltage with the help of digital meters. Basically, tachometer also we are using to measure the speed of a DC motor. So these are the ratings of the DC motor. The armature resistance is given as RA is 15 ohm. Armature inductance is 135 millihenry. The field resistance is RF is 400 ohms. Field inductance is 21 Henry. Moment of inertia is given as 0.024 kilogram meter square. The friction coefficient, that is the B, it is 0.8. So this is the setup to determine the armature resistance. Here we are connecting a motor here, ammeter and voltmeter. With the help of these meters, we will determine the current as well as the voltage. So here we are giving a variable DC supply, that is a 0 to 230 volts in the nature of variable. So we are using a rheostat 100 ohm upon 2 ampere. So first of all, connection given as like this, keeping the field circuit open. Why? Because here we are measuring armature resistance. Motor shaft should not be rotate. And the third one, we are giving a variable voltage 0 to 20 volts, and armature current should not exceed the rated current. If the armature current is exceed the rated current, the coils of the machine may burn. So in order to protect the machine, we are giving a supply to less than the armature rated current. So note down the corresponding voltage and current in given tabular form. So this is the voltmeter reading, these are the ammeter reading. Note down corresponding values and calculate the resistance, that is the armature resistance, with the help of this formula. RA is equal to V upon I. So repeat this experiment with the different input values and determine the armature resistance value, and finally we will average the armature resistance value to give the proper armature resistance value. So theoretically it is determined as our average is equal to 8.825 ohms. So next important parameter is called a measurement of armature inductance. In this setup also, ammeter and voltmeter are connected to the motor as like this. So here it is 230 volts is AC supply is given, and ammeter is across to the motor, sorry, voltmeter is across the motor, and ammeter connected in series with the motor. So it is in series with the motor, it is in parallel to the motor. So connection given as like this. So while determining the armature inductance, keep the field circuit is open. So vary the input voltage from minimum level to some extent value, that is 100 volts. So note down the corresponding ammeter and voltmeter reading in tabular form. So these are the voltmeter reading, these are the ammeter reading. With the help of, we can determine the Z impedance, that is impedance, armature impedance. Z A is equal to VA upon IA. So repeat this procedure in different input voltages. Finally, we will determine with the help of formula XA, that is the armature reactance. XA is equal to 2 pi F L A. So find out the average value of the LA. So this is an ELD value. So it is calculated as inductance average value 405.4 millihenry. So next we will determine the field resistance with the help of this arrangement. So connection given as like this: voltmeter connected across the field terminals and ammeter is connected in series with the field terminal to measure the current. So here we are giving a DC supply in the range of 0 to 220 volts in the nature of variable. So vary the input supply from the controller and note down the ammeter and voltmeter reading in the given tabular form. So we will determine the field resistance with the help of formula VF upon IF. I repeat this procedure with the different voltage input voltages. We will get the different type of field resistance value in the last column, and to get the proper value, average value is considered as the field resistance. So that is a 658.298. One more important parameter to determine the transfer function of DC motor, that is the field inductance. So with this help of arrangement, we can determine the field inductance. Here it is 0 to 230 volts in the nature of AC supply. So ammeter is connected in series with the field and voltmeter connected across and parallel to the field. This is the field terminal of the DC motor. So first of all, connection given as like this. While determining the field inductance, we are keeping the armature winding should be open. Vary the different AC supply from the 0 to 230 volts range. So here we are considering variable voltage, that is 18, 50, 100 and 200, up to 200 we are considering, and note down the corresponding ammeter reading with the help of a formula ZA is equal to VA upon IA. We will determine the field resistance. Finally, we will determine ZF and XF and ELF. So repeat this procedure with the different input voltages. So procedure to find out the KT, that is the torque constant. So here we are considering armature controlled DC motor. So in which a load test we are performing on the DC motor. So this is the circuit diagram arrangement. Here it is. So this is the supply 0 to 220 volts. The voltmeter to measure the voltage. Ammeter is in series with the motor to measure the current. So this is the field terminals of the motor. So this motor is shaft is connected to the drum, that is the pulley. So it is given as like this. Connect the 220 volts fixed DC supply to find the DC of field of a DC motor, and break the drum should be loosened. Start the motor by applying the 0 to 220 volts variable DC supply from the controller till the motor reaches the rated speed, its rated speed. So note down the meter readings which are indicated on no load condition. So apply the load in the steps up to the rated current of the motor and note down the corresponding IL, speed and the F1 and F2 readings. So F1, F2 readings taken from these readings. So note down the corresponding values, that is IL is equal to IA, that is the armature current is equal to the load current. F1, this is the weights F1 and F2, and that is the speed of the motor. The speed measured with the help of the tachometer. We can determine the torque with the help of this formula. Torque is equal to F1 minus F2 into 6.5 into 9.81 Newton meter. Draw the model graph. This is the model graph. So torque is considered on the y-axis, armature current is considered on the x-axis. So KT, this is torque constant KT. So it is the slope of the torque to the armature current, that is delta IA upon delta IA. We can clearly see in this graph as like this. So with the help of those readings, we can determine as KT is equal to 65.41. That is the torque constant. Procedure to find the back EMF constant, that is the KB. So here also we are using this arrangement, the speed control by the armature voltage method. So the arrangement given as like this. This is the supply 0 to 220 volts. The voltmeter giving the voltage of the motor. Ammeter is connected in series with the motor to measure the armature current, that is IA. So this is the field of the motor is given, it is supplied with the 220 volts. So connection as like this. So connect the 220 volts of fixed DC supply to the motor. Field, keep the armature control point at its minimum position and switch it off position. Switch on the MCB, switch on the armature controlled switch, vary the armature voltage knob. We can vary the armature voltage and note down the speed. The speed is measured with the help of the tachometer and corresponding reading note down in the tabular form. So repeat this procedure at a different armature voltages. So this is the tabular form. IA is the armature current voltage. The speed is measured as like this with the help of tachometer. So EB is given as like EB is equal to V minus IA into RA. So omega is equal to, this is the angular velocity, omega is equal to 2 pi n upon 60. So this is the model graph. Here it is EB. The back EMF is taken as on the y-axis, omega is taken on the x-axis. So KB is given as, that is the back EMF constant. KB is given as change in the back EMF to the change in the angular velocity, that is delta omega. So this is the model graph for KB. So this is the actual graph. So with the help of experimental results, it is KB is determined as 0.789. So transduction of a field controlled DC motor. So the experimental setup as like this. So connection as per the circuit diagram. To bring the motor at a rated speed, apply the load, maintain a constant current, that is IA, vary the field knob. Remove or apply the load, maintain the IA, that is the armature current should be constant. Note down the corresponding readings. IA, this is the tabular form. IA, armature current, the speed is determined with the help of tachometer. It is measured in revolution per minute. The field voltage and weights, that is the F1 and F2. So with the help of torque equation, T is equal to F1 minus F2 into 6.5 into 9.81 Newton centimeters. So finally we will substituting the corresponding values of the transfer function KT upon S into RA plus S into LA. So we already determined RA, LA and KB and KTs. So substituting corresponding values in this equation, finally we will get the transfer function of a DC motor.
Hello students, now let us perform transfer function of DC motor. So in this experiment we are going to calculate armature voltage control DC motors constants like KT, KB and KF. Okay. Hello students, now let us try to understand transfer function of DC motors experiment. In this experiment, let us see what are the components there in panel board. Okay, here we are having different types of voltage sources. Here this upper side is having a DC voltage source of variable voltage source from 0 to 220 volts, and here we have a variable source of 100 to 220 volts, and here we have a AC voltage source. Here we have a fixed DC source. Okay, and here we are going to give supply to our armature as well as field. So field has been given a fixed voltage of 220 and armature voltage is connected to a variable voltage because we are going to apply rated voltage gradually. The rated voltage in this case is 180 volts. So here we have two potentiometers, one is to control armature voltage, another is control to field voltage. Okay, and these two panels will indicate AC as well as DC parameters, but here we are measuring DC parameters. Okay, here this indicates our terminal voltage and here it indicates our armature current of DC motor. Okay, here in the below you can see DC shunt motor having a rating of 0.5 horsepower and RPM 1500 and voltage rating of armature voltage rating of 180 and armature current rating of 3 amps, field voltage rating of 220 and field current rating of 0.5 amperes. Okay, this is a shunt type motor. And so these two are the loads we are going to apply onto our DC shunt motor so that we can get our behavior of the motor and so that we can calculate the torque as well as constant KT from the graph. Okay, let us start the experiment. I am going to linearly apply. So first of all I have to turn on MCB so that the supply will be given to the motor. Okay, now I am going to gradually increase the armature voltage till rated voltage. Okay, you can see the motor has been started for 33 volts. I am going to increase the voltage till our motor reaches rated RPM, that is 1500 RPM in this case. So now the motor has attained rated RPM 1500. Okay, now linearly we are going to increase the load onto shaft of a DC motor using 2 pulleys here. Okay, now we are going to apply load onto our DC motor using 2 pulleys F1 and F2. Okay, and we are going to measure the rated armature current and terminal voltage in this panel. You can see now we are applying load onto our shaft of the DC motor. So as we increase the load on our DC motor, our armature current should increase. Okay, here you can see the increase in armature current and reduction in our terminal voltage. Okay, so we are going to take the readings of speed, armature current and F1 and F2, so that you can calculate the torque, which is equal to F1 of the drum breakdown, that is 6.5 in this case, and 9.81. Okay, so how here the voltage is 120 volts and armature current is 0.5 ampere and speed is 1084. Okay, similarly we have to increase the load again, F1 and F2 as 2.5 and 0.8, F1 and F2. Now we are going to increase the load onto the motor further, and you can see the increase in the load current. So we are going to take the 4 readings. Okay, IA, F1, F2, speed of the motor. Okay, now the speed of the motor is 611 RPM. Okay, so likewise we have to increase the load on the motor and we have to take at least 5 readings. Okay, and we have to increase the load on the machine till we get 3 amperes only. You should not apply the load beyond 3 amps. Okay guys, now let us perform armature control armature voltage control DC motor. So in this case we are going to apply the armature voltage linearly, and we are going to see the change in armature current, and we are going to measure the speed of our motor. Okay, so I am going to turn on the MCB and I am going to increase the armature voltage linearly till there is a change in armature current. You can see our motor has started. So for 51 volts of voltage, the armature current is 20 amperes and speed of the machine is around 480 RPM. And now I am going to increase the voltage further. So for 97 volts of voltage, the ammeter is 0.22 ampere and the speed is 897 RPM. Now I am going to increase the voltage further, so that the speed will increase and the armature current will also increase. Okay, here in this case speed is 1120 RPM. I am going to increase this voltage till we get rated voltage, that is 180 volts in this case. Okay, and we are going to measure armature current and the speed of the machine, and we are going to plot the graph between your EB and speed of the machine, and you are going to calculate back EMF constant, that is KB. Now let us perform transfer function of field control DC motor. In this we are going to set the armature current to 0.23 amperes and we are going to get rated speed, that is 1500 RPM. Okay, so that our field current will be at 0.32 amperes at first time. Now we are going to reduce this field current so that we can see the increase in the speed and reduction in the terminal voltage and reduction in the field current. Here you can see, you can measure the field current. Okay, so first of all the speed field current will be at 0.32 amperes. So gradually we are going to decrease the field current so that you can see the increase in speed from 1500 to above rated condition. Okay, so let us set the speed at 1500 RPM and armature current at 0.23 and field current is 0.32 amperes. Now the motor is set to run at rated RPM, that is 1500. You can see the motor is running at rated RPM, that is around 1500 RPM. Okay, now we are going to reduce the field current so that you can see the variation in speed and terminal voltage. The speed should increase, terminal voltage should decrease. Okay, now I am going to reduce this knob, turn this knob to left anti-clockwise so that you can see the reduction in your field current. Okay, now it is 30 amperes, 0.3 amperes. Now it is 0.29 amperes. You can see the increase in speed. Now you can see the increase in speed is around 1644 rpm, and you can see the terminal voltage has been reduced. Now I am going to further reduce the field current so that you can see the increase in the speed, and terminal voltage is also getting reduced here. The terminal voltage is being decreased, and here the field current is 0.23 amperes. Now I am going to measure the speed. This should be increased. Here the speed has been increased to 1746 rpm from 1646 rpm. Now I am going to reduce the field current further. You can see the reduction in terminal voltage. Now it is 0.19 field current and 143 terminal voltage. The speed should be greater than 1743. Now it is 1834. So likewise you are going to take the at least 4 readings, and you have to calculate back EMF, and you have to draw the graph between back EMF and speed, so that you can get the back EMF constant, that is KB. Okay, thank you.